Welcome back, aliens. My name is Naveen Reddy, and let's continue with the series on Python. Now, in this video, we'll try an example where we'll try to find a factorial of a number. Now, what is factorial? So if I give you a number 5, you have to say 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1, or you can say 1 into 2 into 3 into 4 into 5, right? So ultimately the answer will be same, right? So if I say factorial of 5, this is the value. If you say factorial of 4, this is the value, right? So I want to execute this in a programming because a user can give you any big value, right? So you have to find a factorial of it. Normally, if you want to achieve this, of course, you have to start with 1 and you have to end till the number, right? Or you can go in reverse order as well, but let's go in ascending order. So what I will do is I will say, hey user, a user will give you any value. You can actually take the input from the user. But time being, let me assign a value. I will say the value is 5 here, and I want to call a function which will give me a result. And I will call the function as fact. Again, you can do this without functions as well, but since we are working with function, it's a good practice to do it in that way, right? I will use a function called as fact, in which I will pass x. See, I don't know what this function will do at this point, but then I'm saying, hey, I want a fact function which will give me a factorial of a number. But unfortunately, we have not defined that yet, so we'll do that, but I want to also print the value of result. That's the main job we have here. But of course, we don't have this fact function, so let's define it. The way you define that is by saying def, and you have to mention the function name, which is fact, and you have to pass a variable, or you accept a variable which will say x. Again, there's no compulsion that you have to use the same variable. In fact, we'll use a variable name as n. Okay, we'll give a colon, and here, how do I find a factorial here? So if you see the example here, when you say the factorial of 5, you have to go from 1 to 5, right? So of course, we will be using a loop. So we'll say for I in. Now we want to start from 1 and we have to go till 5, right? And that's where we will use range. Now in range, if you specify only 5, then it will start with 0, it will end at 4, and that's the issue. I want to start from 1 and we have to end at 5. In that case, I will start with 1, not with 0, and I have to end at n, right? So we have to say n plus 1 because if I only say n, it will stop at 4. We want to stop at 5, right? We'll give a colon, and this is where you will do the calculation. But after every calculation, we have to see, ultimately we have to say 1 into 1, okay, because we want the initial value, and then the result will be multiplied by 2, that result will be multiplied by 3, that result will be multiplied by 4, right? That's what we want to achieve. So in this case, I will take a variable called as f equal to 1. Initially, the value of f is 1, and every time this loop runs, you have to say f is equal to f into I, right? So if the I value is 1, then f into 1 will be 1. If the value of, the value of f is 1, right? If the value of I is 2, then the value of f is 1, right? 1 into 2 is 2. And then the value of f now is 2. Then you have to say the value of I will become 3, so you have to say 2 into 3, right? So that's how it goes. And ultimately, you have to return the value of f. That's simple. Right? So if I run this code, you can see we got the factorial as 120. Now if I change the value to 4, the factorial of 4 is 24. Let me just verify. And that works, right? Now you can also use, you can also do step-by-step here example if I want to see how it works. So I will start with this point, that's the execution point, and I will say run and debug. Let's do step-by-step here. So for next step, for the step 1, we have f8, so let's do that. So I will say f8, and you can see the value of x is 4. Okay, and then we are calling the fact function, and fact function is giving me 4, right? We can also do that here. We can apply a breakpoint here. Let's do that. So when you say f8, you can see the value of f is 1, and it goes into I. The value of I is 1. The value of f is also 1. It will be multiplied. The value of f becomes 1 now, and then when you go back, I becomes 2, the value of f changes to 2, you can see that, and when you go back, I value becomes 3, the value of f becomes 6, right? That's important. When you go back, I becomes 4, the value of f now becomes 4 into 6, which is 24, and then the value of, right, so that's the end, right? We have to reach till 4, and if you return, the return value would be 24, right? That's what we got. Right, that's simple. So that's how you can do the factorial. Now there's one more way of finding a factorial which is very amazing that we'll be doing in the next video. Just to give you the hint, it is about recursion, right? But what is that? We'll talk about that in next video. So that's it from this video. I hope you're enjoying this series. Let me know in the comment section and do subscribe for the videos. Bye-bye.